everybody, it's Wednesday, and you know what that means. Yes, that's right. It's time for Sarcastic Distractions, the interesting podcast for interesting people. Featuring, as always, the Gentleman's Society of Podcasting, myself, Harvey.
This is how we do it. Chris.
You're fucking right it is. That is right, everybody. That's how it's done. And my heterosexual life mate, Dave.
Yellow.
Oh,
wow.
Lord.
That's quite the intro.
The ever-loving, the ever-loud AJ. Yeah.
That was under the 10 seconds.
Actually,
no lawsuits. No lawsuits.
That's how his farts sound, actually.
That's exactly how they sound. and when I shart, little stars come out.
Oh, yeah. I know. I've seen those.
Yeah.
That's
My cat eats them and runs around the house.
Sure. Yeah, I think your farts are sponsored by Nintendo.
Yeah.
I love it. Right on. And yes, here we are, folks. We are having ourselves another distracting discussion, talking about everything going on in our worlds. Yeah, air horns.
Yeah. I'll admit, everybody, I'm a little high right now. Shit,
You're a little high.
I haven't been this high in a while.
Oh, wow.
Should hang out with us more.
Well, again, normally I'm biking and all that shit today. I didn't do it today. And
I gotta go get some more of that weed then.
I probably, I have to admit, I had my normal, 3-4 puffs because I'm a lightweight. I know this, and I might be a little high. Just warning.
I have a theory about that, though.
What's this?
So being a chronic, being a veteran.
Being a veteran.
I love that. I got to remember to say that.
Being a veteran smoker of
now,
cannabis products.
Hold on though. Wouldn't a veteran allude to the fact that you don't do it anymore? Because veterans don't go back to war.
No, veterans play hockey and they're still veterans at it.
Yeah.
So no.
Okay. Yeah, no, I agree.
Okay.
And some veterans go back to war. They're stupid. I'm kidding. I did that.
Wow. And
Anyways,
we just jumped over that line.
Back to what I was saying. God bless our veterans.
If we hear of a drone strike on Chris's apartment later.
Yeah, just Chris's apartment, please.
From our 30s of fans, 3 of them are soldiers. They're going to drone strike me. Yeah, this is going to happen. When it comes to pot, I don't know if you get any real higher than your first or second toke. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can keep smoking, but you're more or less maintaining where you're at.
So I'm going to respond first. So I do think you can perceive it that way. It's more of just you starting to learn as an adult how to manage the high in the best way for yourself.
Oh.
That being said,
a nature or nurture versus nature.
Well, exactly. It's like drinking alcohol. You know when you should stop. You're at that good point anymore.
No, your limit, stay within it. Yeah.
So but I will call it one thing. Every so often, there's something new, a new style, a new method, something, and poof, you go way over right field.
But hold on. I agree with both of you. I agree with your point of there is a certain point where you're done.
You're done. You can't get any higher. Yeah.
Whether it's 1 or 2 or 3 tokes, I think that depends, like we've noticed tonight.
Sure.
Depends on the weed.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
Because there's been times where Dave will have a couple tokes and he's not this high. Right? Or you only smoked half that joint.
Yeah,
I smoked 3/4 that joint.
Yeah.
And I still didn't even finish it.
Yeah.
Right? And that's not normal.
Yeah. I was surprised to see you throw it.
And then
going back for it later.
Right? I was leaving it for somebody else.
Right.
Actually,
on Dave's point though, but then you get into shatters and hash is a different high and all that.
Oh yeah, you get
too,
different
right?
highs for sure. But I'm just saying, I feel like, when it comes strictly to cannabis and specifically flower, like I said, I think that. But I see your point too.
Yeah, just generally I found for myself, I know how much and what to do.
Because with drinking, there is that point when you should probably stop for sure. But if you keep going, so does the tolerance. The liquor keeps working. Yeah. Right? Whereas with weed, if you keep going after that point, it doesn't work anymore. You're only getting that high. So you can get drunk, you can get inebriated, you can get blackout drunk, or you can get alcohol poisoning.
Yes.
Or you can die.
Or you could die.
And you could do that too, yes.
Where with Chris, you get to that point where you're not getting any more high. The only thing you're doing is hurting your lungs.
Okay, fair.
Right?
Yeah, because
you're still
'Cause it's just-
maintaining that high.
but it's not. Yeah, but it's not working
Right,
anymore.
exactly.
To get you
Yeah.
higher and higher and higher. Whereas alcohol gets you drunker and drunker and drunker.
see, I've always kind of had a different perception, but I will admit the last time I got sick from being high, I'd had way too much even for myself. But like I got sick, puked, but like when I've drank too much, and thankfully anytime I puked, I kind of feel better, pass out, and regret it the next day. With the high that I had, like not only did I feel like shit at the time and moment, I puked, still felt completely the same shit. Yeah, it was a rough one. That was a rough one.
The thing is, though, I feel like I have puked way more from drinking than
hell
ever.
yeah.
100%.
God, yes.
For sure.
I have puked more smoking pot because I've gagged myself
Yeah.
from coughing.
Yeah, you are a
as
cougher.
opposed to the pot itself.
Yeah.
right?
Or air intake for me. If I take too much air with
Yeah.
it, then I get that
Yeah.
gig thing. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at
I'm
us.
always surprised that you continue with the actual classic joints, because I mean it not in a trying to make fun of you. Just you cough a lot more from a simple puff from a joint.
I have always been a cougher.
Yeah, shit.
Always.
I'm just surprised you've stuck with
Get
it
that checked
versus.
out.
Right? And it's fucking weird.
Yeah.
I've had this conversation with Chris before. It's if you ever been outside with us and we're smoking a joint, for some reason, if I'm smoking a cigarette at the same time, and this is a new thing, if I'm smoking a cigarette at the same time as smoking a joint, I cough less.
Strange.
Yeah.
I wonder somehow.
I think that's because his lungs have acclimated to the smoking the cigarettes. You know what I mean? Like because you smoke.
Well, you know what I think it is, because yes, his lungs are acclimated to the cigarettes. They actually own the territory. Whenever he has a puff of a joint, they start the battle.
Yeah, like hey fucker.
Yeah, but when he brings them both in at the same time,
Hey.
they're far more peaceful.
That's right,
The weed might be trying to get some shit out too. Right?
Yes, that's
Like
it.
I can have a smoke and cough and spit or whatever, and it's just spit. But if I fucking smoke a joint or have a dab and hack and I spit, you get that's where you get the little looks like there's little vanilla seeds in the spit. It's all like black speckly.
That's
So the weed's like cleaning shit out somehow.
Yeah, maybe.
well, that's the battle. Yeah.
It's weird, yeah.
And I mean, I mean, be the clean. It's just the result of the fight.
But I'm also getting over having a cold.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
It's true.
my lungs are
Even more so.
a little more. Hey, what are you
Rough,
doing?
yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
We were all fucked up.
Well, speaking of being fucked up, I'm about to break one of my golden rules, I think.
Uh-oh.
You'll never guess in a bajillion years, I doubt. So I'm just going to come right out with it. I am about to spend next Saturday, because I'm doing my proper, I'm waiting the week, make sure I'm committed, $250 on shoes.
What kind of shoes?
At least Chris has the right thing. He knows. So I've
Because I know
decided.
they're not Baile.
Pay less?
Yeah, no, so exactly. For my curling. So I actually.
Oh, then
Yeah.
that's enough said. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, exactly. It's
You
one of
know,
those.
right?
It's a
Isn't it
tools of the
fucking
trade, buddy.
curling? Holy
Yeah,
shit,
exactly.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and they're relatively inexpensive, to be honest. $250. When I went because they have a store that only opens up in certain sections of the season, the
Yeah.
winter and just before. Went over, and I always love moments like this where I'm a 40-year-old man talking to a 20-year-old young lady, and she knows everything about fucking curling, and she's talking me through. Yeah, I know you're really thinking of a low, just a simple one, but trust me on this. You want to go with the 8s. You also want to have your size a little larger because your feet, you might need extra sock. And she's full tilt kicking my
Damn.
ass, and it's just one of those moments of. And again, I don't think of myself sexist. This is more the walk afterwards. I was joking in my head going, if I really wish I recorded it,
Yeah.
because I would have loved to play it back to people just to go, like, I was full on listening, like, okay, I got you. Yeah. Wasn't even playing or, nodding my head.
Right.
Like, it was just
You're
one of those-
engaged.
I was engaged.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was showing me. I was learning. Like, I walked out of there knowing more.
Fucking right, buddy.
I know.
I love
But
it.
either
I
way,
love
yeah.
those moments.
Oh, it was a perfect fucking
No,
moment.
then you'll be. That's good. You know what? You have to spend the money, and you know
That's
what?
more of the joke, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've shared many times how
Oh,
I
you are
spend
such
money.
a frugal motherfucker.
I'm about to spend $250 fucking dollars on shoes.
But like,
On something.
but here's the
not
thing.
like shoes.
Here's the thing. You don't skimp when it comes to your passions, right?
No.
Right? You have been passionate about curling for some time now.
Yes, yeah.
So it only makes sense you'd spend the right money.
Oh
on,
yeah,
you
I
know.
And it's funny too because when I walked in, because I kind of had it in my head, I already looked online, all that normal stuff. I was going to do the 1 week anyway because that's a meism in my head because I'm still me.
Yeah.
But I walk in and Poor girl, because she's going, oh, how you doing? I'm like, I'm pretty good. So I'm looking to get some new shoes. I've done, the 6 months last year. I've done, and I'm explaining everything in 2 seconds. I'm like, I don't want any brooms or anything. I don't need that fancy yet. So don't try to upsell me.
Do
all
not
right?
upsell me. Just give me the really expensive shoes, please. That's what I need.
Yeah, well, they're not expensive. So again, as much as I joke, I spent $250. They're not the
$1,000 ones.
lowest price
Yeah.
ones, but they're the mid low tier newbie level.
Yeah.
They're only because the other pairs, they're up in the
That's
1,000.
still a lot for shoes, though, because I think like
No, it's not.
even shoe. Well, for me, because even shoes in general, like I'm not like I'll go and I'll spend $100, $120 on a pair of shoes.
Yeah,
Because it's the only pair of shoes I'm gonna probably use.
Yeah.
For the most part. So it's worth it to get something that's gonna last.
Oh yeah, and again,
blah blah blah.
yeah,
But I don't think I would ever spend $250 on a pair of shoes.
yeah. Well, and
Those motherfuckers would have to be like the fucking ones from Back to the Future,
no, yeah.
right?
On novelty shoes? You spend that money on
No,
novelty
for
shoes?
real ones.
But they're still novelty shoes.
Yeah.
For, not in Back
They're-
to the Future. Not in the Back to the Future.
In
They
fact,
were the norm
You're
in
talking
2015
You're talking the
in 1986. Okay?
So Nike did bring those out.
I know, but
And they were over
silly.
$1,000 a pair.
They brought 2 versions out.
I know, self-tying laces and not self-tying laces.
Right, and the self-tying laces ones, they only made like 30 pairs,
Right.
and like 3 of them went to Michael J.
It's like,
Fox.
so they already did what you're asking.
Okay,
You
but
didn't
I want
buy
it to be real.
Okay,
They are
everybody
real,
listening, I
but
really
for
wish again we had a
human
camera.
Consumption, not
The
rich
two of you
people
right now.
consumption.
All right.
It's like the guitar I bought.
Oh, here we go.
Here we
At one point, it wasn't real because it was like
Well, you have
$10,000. But now it's real because I can afford it.
There you go. See, that's the difference. The product is still there. You just can afford it. So you can
Yeah.
afford those shoes now. Yeah. So what's the problem?
But no, I can't.
Yeah, you could.
No, I can't.
Yeah, you could.
Well, I could.
If you really wanted them.
maybe the non-self-tying ones,
Nice.
just the ones with the elastic band.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see, that's the thing. It's all about your perception in life, right?
LEDs and elastic bands.
It's the same person's like got an apartment or they got a mansion, right? Well, you want a mansion, figure out how to afford it.
I would never want a mansion. It's not even about price. I can't
Yeah.
imagine living in something that large.
Isn't that funny too? As a kid, I remember thinking, probably because of my obsession with like the X-Men and Addams Family, and seeing these giant houses, and be like, oh yeah, I'd love to have a mansion, whatever. But then you, as you get older, pragmatism sets in your life. Like, do I really want to clean all that shit? Am I gonna hire someone to do that? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
well, I guess if I had like a
what-
team of butlers doing all that shit for me, maybe.
I was thought,
Maybe.
like, what do I need 25 rooms for?
Yeah.
Like I could, yeah. Like remember the Richie Rich with Macaulay Culkin? Like every room was something. Like there's a McDonald's in this room. Oh, this was this fucking arcade
Yeah.
room. This was a virtual. But
all right. Yeah.
you start thinking about like, how many things could I actually really think about putting in these rooms and using them?
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Right?
Right, yeah.
It's like I've always wanted a house with a room, and the entire room's like a fucking mattresses,
Right.
and not even for like naughty dirty stuff. Just like
Just because you want
it'd be
you want a Michael
big-ass
Jackson
mattress
room. You want a Michael Jackson room.
I want a padded cell that I can freely
No, that's
go in
ignorant.
and out of,
In all honesty, if you were still going to do that today, the trampoline rooms.
or a trampoline room.
I got to admit, those things are kind of fun.
They're pretty fun.
But then you have that, you have your arcade room, and you have a go-kart room, and you have a fucking McDonald's. And like, how often are you going to use these 25 to 50?
In your 40s? Hey, it's a good question. How often are you going to
Well,
use
that
those things,
too,
right?
right?
Well,
Exactly, right?
If I could afford something like that, chances I don't need to work, so I'll probably use them a bit more now.
Yeah, you say that. Yeah.
That's also the other thing, being able to afford that.
I accept
thing.
the challenge.
Even if you have, say you won $70 million or $100 million or something like that, you still have to pay for upkeep. You still have to pay for people to clean the house. You have to pay groundskeepers. You
I
have to pay
accept
for
this
insurance.
challenge.
You have to pay for.
Someone get this man
I'll
$7 million.
accept this challenge at just $50 million.
There you go. He's cheap. He doesn't
Yep.
need the
Yeah,
full
I
70.
don't need
But
that.
he's cheap. But the thing that we're talking about is like you want a man, okay, but you want to go buy one for like $1 million, but then
They don't
it's not
exist.
going to be a mansion.
There's no such thing as $1 million
yeah,
mansion.
that's
Okay,
true.
no,
They
I
don't exist.
just like to.
That's a house.
Yeah,
That's
it
a
is
house
That's a
on
house, just a
baseline,
regular
for
house.
fuck's sake.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's a house nowadays.
Millions, you're looking into the probably 10.
Tens of millions.
Yeah.
Yeah, nowadays, yeah. If I did have that amount of money, I'd still be that guy going into the grocery store going, no, this is coupon still valid. Sir, I can't give you that 25 cents off. Well, no, it's still valid.
It's still good. Yeah, I'd probably still do that.
I'd be that millionaire. The annoyed, just everybody telling me to shut the fuck up, David.
I don't know.
So I wouldn't see any difference.
I feel like I would be, because I have this weird mentality of the only mass amount of money I've ever gotten would be in like a video game. So the whole point of it is to get more and save it so you can buy, right? So it's like, yeah, I have a big number. If I were to see a big number in my bank account, but I'm still like, no, I can't spend that. I have to save that.
Yeah.
What if something else comes
Isn't
along?
that
What if something
analogous
better
for
comes
life?
along?
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
Right? Isn't that analogous for life? Like, you probably should spend your millions like that.
Right.
You probably should not be going
Right.
out and buying fucking mansions and
Right.
crazy ass shit.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, just saying.
Well,
So maybe
without saying-
maybe video games taught you something.
Without
Maybe.
saying too much, I'm having a hard time right now.
Oh, sure.
Right? Like, yeah, I got a car and shit. Like, it's the shit that I needed. Went out and got
I had a feeling this was going to happen.
maybe some shit that I didn't need.
Gotcha.
Right?
all shit you didn't.
No, did I
That's
need?
good, that's
I need a car.
Oh, yeah.
I need a new stereo.
Sorry, I was
amplifier.
talking about
Yeah, I
when we
needed
just
a
had the
stereo.
pre-orders.
I needed a Dave
Pre-order-
Grohl
Yeah, of
signature
course you
series
did,
guitar. Come on. But once I got like, you know, the car that I needed, the amp that I wanted to replace for a long time, and the guitar that I wanted, it got to where it's like now I still have
Money.
that was set aside for me personally out
Yeah.
of all of this, and I'm like, what do I do with
Make it work for you.
it? What do
Invest
I do
it.
with it? now?
Invest it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
Like,
invest it.
but that's something I can do with other money. This is
Do with
this
this
is what-
money.
This is treat.
This is
yourself.
honestly-
This is treat yourself money.
You can have money to show off, or you can have money to work for you. That's how it kind of works.
but I can have both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it sounds like you did that, to be honest. And
There
in
you go.
all honesty.
Well, and that's a good point too,
Yeah.
right? Like or I just save it.
all I'm
for
saying is, if you
Christmas
feel
or-
that's
you've already
true.
done the
Yeah,
thing where
that's
you've
true.
shown off, quote unquote, like you've bought the things you want,
Mm-hmm.
you can't thinking of other stuff outside of that, then yeah, it's time to take that money and make it work for you. However you see fit, whether that's vesting, whatever that looks like for you. But that is the point of having more
I'm
money.
debating on buying 2 more of these.
Okay, that's fine. That our audience has no idea what you do.
Well, they don't have to.
Well, you're buying 2 more
That's fine.
Chris's?
2 more of
Wow.
those, yeah.
I'm more than what he's got. But
Half of Chris is more.
but
More trouble than it's worth.
all I'm
but-
saying, yeah, of course, it comes with the package.
Not more than it's worth. You get your dollar value.
That's true.
Chris, you
But
pay that dollar, you get the trouble.
that is that
depends on where it's from.
from what I understand about money, and which is not, well, it's some things. Yeah, once you have money, you should use that to make more money, because that's just how. Yeah, that's the point. But that also takes a big human sacrifice of delaying the now for the later.
But how do I make more money? We've talked about this before.
We'll talk about that off air.
But because yeah, I mean, I've thought about it, but I'm
You know
not-
what? You
I'm
give me
not
the
a
money, I'll show you how
gambler.
to make. I'll invest it
No,
for you.
yeah. Like-
I'm not a. Oh God, what was that? I was watching. What was I? Was it How I Met Your Mother? Can't remember. Somebody came into a large sum of money. He's like, "Hey, it's $2,000. I could." Oh, it was The Office. Creed comes up to the one. It was the airplane throwing one,
Sure.
and whoever won $2,000 like, "Hey, I can take that $2,000 and turn it into 800 for you."
Oh,
I know a guy.
I know a guy. I can help you out with that. No problem.
But like, because yeah, I guess I'd have to have somebody invest it for me who knows what
oh
they're
yeah.
doing
In
because,
these days,
because it's a gamble, right?
So
And
again-
I'm
Yeah,
not-
wait,
I'm-
it
I might
depends
as
on
well
how
just
you're
go and
investing.
fucking throw it away at the
It
casino.
depends. Let Dave talk, because it depends on how you're investing.
I'm just saying, in all honesty, for your style, what you've said in the last 5 minutes, yeah, you're gonna either want, if it's something you want access to, you just TFSA at a high rate and something simple. If it's something you know you can put away, you RRSP, but you don't make the choices. You just put it in one of the funds with no cost.
Pretty much taken
which
care of for
exists
you.
ever. Yeah.
But all you need to know is the terms, and you need to know when we get in
Yeah.
and out, sort of thing. So that way you,
Yeah, well, a lot of them
timeframes.
nowadays, if you just do the auto ones, like you get like
Oh, it'll just come back.
There's no charge on the in or out anymore.
Oh, that's sick.
But part of me wants to play the stock markets. Like,
If you go down
back in the-
that,
What do you
back in
mean
the
play though?
back in them's oldie times.
What do you mean play? Like, what do you want to do?
He wants to randomly pick something, see
Right.
it go up.
Yeah,
No.
and
You can
then
do that, but let me tell you,
buy, sell.
I just want to tell you, as somebody who is doing that personally, you're gonna lose money.
Okay, two
Okay.
answers. I'll say two things.
So
You
what if I
are-
invest in like gold?
Okay, with the exception of gold.
No, gold. But again, gold is
Well,
long term, high cost.
yeah,
you're not
he's
going
right.
to earn
You may
anything.
as-
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
You're just basically
$2,500 and a half or some
you're
shit.
sitting on the gold.
Yeah, that's all you're doing.
You're just
Yeah.
sitting on it.
Yeah. So the only thing I forget I was going to say now, I had my hand up because you were saying something,
Sorry, dude.
and I was just like,
I was
no,
saying
no.
about as somebody who invested.
Oh yeah, no, don't go directly into stocks
Yeah.
and don't watch the market. No,
Yeah.
just don't. No,
It-
never
you'll-
ever
not
do
even
that.
just-
You'll pull the
Not
last of
even
your
just for
hairs out.
fun?
You'll pull the last of your hairs
Like
out.
like if I'm prepared to lose $100,
Off
like
air.
going to the casino.
But
Off
a
air,
hun-
I will show you my my
show me
my
yours.
portfolio. If you show me yours, I'll show you my
You
portfolio.
already showed me yours.
No, I haven't.
Oh, your portfolio.
Yeah, portfolio. Yeah. No, yeah.
I thought that was.
And you haven't even seen that.
I thought that was a euphemism.
No,
for
that was in the
penis.
dark, buddy. You did
Yeah.
not see it. Okay.
Oh, I eat enough carrots.
So your $100, a lot of places to even trade, you have to pay like the $10 a month or something. So
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Or
yeah.
$25 maintenance fee or
Yeah,
every
something.
quarter or
Really?
something.
Yeah. So again, that's why I'm saying playing the market. No.
Yeah. There's a lot of ways to invest your money that can work for you, and it doesn't
So
have to be
in
like
that sense, I'm better off going to the casino and blowing it,
it's
If
the
you're
same
looking
thing.
for some
and
fun.
possibly winning.
$100, yes.
Same thing.
And possibly winning.
Yes,
but
$100.
probably not.
Yeah, $100. Yes, because to be honest, at least then you're having some fun, a good night. Take your better half out with you, that sort of
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
$100 again to me. It's in this day and age. You talk to David of 30 years ago. No, I would not say the same thing. Even I say $100. If you think you're gonna maybe have some fun, fucking go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't like again. Yeah, when I was younger, I would have to admit there'd be moments. Oh shit, no, I can't sit. No, won't do it. I will admit, even now, as much as I watch my pennies, $100 where I know I'm going to have a decent good time. Oh
Mhm.
yeah, I'll pay that.
Sure.
Done.
Yeah.
Done and done.
Yeah.
That's, yeah. You realize what value money has at that point.
Yeah, and I guess
It's about experiences more than things.
yeah.
Well, if money can buy you the experience,
Yes.
then
Yeah.
you're not wasting.
It just can't buy you the happiness.
I mean, unless you die.
Yes, I'm going to.
I disagree. Money can buy you happiness.
to a certain point.
No, it can.
I accept this challenge again because
Not-
I have to admit, at a certain level.
Let me ask you: more
It's-
happy when you're rich or broke?
I'm pretty
No,
sure.
no, you'll be happier. I'm not disputing that. I just mean there's a certain point.
Sometimes happiness.
There's a certain point where you hit that happy point that's all about money.
Okay, wait. You said money doesn't buy happiness.
Perfect.
You should say there's a certain limit of money that doesn't buy
Yes.
happiness. Okay,
Yeah,
there.
yeah. If you're completely broke and suddenly got some cash, you can start to build on shit again. Yeah, it's gonna make you happy.
Perfect clothing brand name. Happiness, and that's the slogan. Money buys happiness.
Okay.
No, sure.
Good
Okay.
luck.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Why not?
Why not?
A company can make fucking sweatpants with juicy across
Dude,
the ass
all
and
I
make
see-
fucking money.
Yeah, you
Well,
know
yeah,
what?
'cause
You
what
Why
can.
the fuck can I not make money off some cheesy
I'm not
slogan?
saying you can't. It's just a high. That's a big market. You want to go fuck with them? Go fuck with them. That's up to you. I just you know what I'm seeing out there? I'm seeing people that are wearing like rando shirts with like weird Christian stuff on their things, old band tees. I'm seeing people just weird ass fucked up shit
I'm
on
2
their
fucking
thing.
seconds away from walking up to some fucking 18-year-old girl and telling me to fucking name 2 Nirvana songs.
Why?
Because I'm sure half of them who are wearing
don't.
the
None
Nirvana
of them
shirt. Exactly, that's
Yeah.
the point.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna be mad that they
I'm
don't know
going to
them?
revoke their license to wear Nirvana t-shirts.
I would like
I'm
to
going to
just-
go to their house and I'm going to take all of their band
Oh,
t-shirts.
wow. That's not creepy at all.
Okay.
I will do it.
We need to get my cousin here with AJ when AJ and my cousin are in one of these moods. My cousin was in a mood similar to this 2 days ago.
You know who
He's
put me in this mood.
freaking the fuck out about what happened to him on the bus. Just would not let it go. And I've decided, yeah, okay, we have to schedule this somehow. We got to
Yeah.
get you going, get him going. Chris and I'll
Figure it
just
out.
sit back and go,
And
yep,
popcorn it. Yep.
yeah.
Love it.
I can see him doing that. I could not see you not joining in on that.
Maybe. I'm really. I used to have that same philosophy. I'm over it now.
I don't think you're
I'm
over
over
it
it.
anymore, man.
Oh no. Okay. I'm over when people don't know the artist that they're listening to or that they're wearing. I get it now because they think old is cool. That's all. That's all it is. And it's weird. Like, get me wrong.
I'm going to put my face
you
on
know
a
what?
t-shirt and sell it then.
Listen.
If old is fucking cool.
No, I agree with
They
this
call it
If
statement.
old is
podcast.
cool, then I'm fucking Miles Davis, okay?
Hey, no. Everybody listening, old is cool, so it's okay that I look old.
That's right.
Because I'm cool.
Exactly. That's right.
I'm good with this.
But no, like,
you should not fight
if
that.
any-
Anytime,
Your pants is
anytime I
cool.
see like an old legacy band, a Pink Floyd shirt, an Aerosmith shirt, Aerosmith not so much, Nirvana. If I see anything
Nobody
that's like
likes Aerosmith.
no,
Oh,
whoa, fuck that! Are you serious right now? This guy who's trying to get kicked off the podcast? Jesus Christ, Aerosmith's the best. But all I'm saying is, you have lots of band T-shirts, anything that's like popular at old and legacy. I don't even ask anymore. But what I do get excited about is when I see like a Danko Jones shirt or a Skinny
Ooh,
Puppy shirt.
I haven't thought of Danko
I know.
Jones in-
When I saw a guy wearing one today. When I see like
it's funny that you say that. I saw a TikTok of Danko Jones the other day, and it
Nice.
was kind of interesting. It was funny.
That's fun.
It was
So
funny.
when I see that, then I'm interested because anybody can go fucking throw on a Zeppelin shirt, and everybody does throw on a Zeppelin shirt. I love Zeppelin, but clearly the kids wearing the shirts don't. So fuck them.
I guess it's maybe it's coming from being a musician. I never
Sure.
wore a shirt of a band I didn't know.
I got one for you.
You got one for me?
I got something
A
for you.
shirt?
This no,
Oh,
I got another on brand, but it's a different topic. I am learning there are plenty of young Gen Z and whatever actors and actresses that are coming out of the woodwork right now that don't watch movies.
Well, okay. What do they watch?
I don't know.
That would make
what do kids watch these days? The TikToks,
TikTok.
yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah.
makes sense though. It depends on what background you're coming from. I could see somebody being in films who only had some sort of like theater background or musical theater
no theater
background or something. Nothing, eh?
That's what I'm saying. This is a common trend.
You said movies.
My
though.
apologies. A common trend is they don't watch anything like theater or anything. They're doing it for the fame. So they go to school, which is not a bad thing. It's just for me.
It's weird.
It is weird because like I would assume I'm a musician.
That would be
For me, the reason why I love being a filmmaker and doing that stuff is because it's ingrained in me.
Inspired by
very young age. That's and that's how it works.
Yeah, same thing,
right? Like, so it makes sense that you want to get into that world, however you fucking do that.
I don't know. Maybe music's different because if you've never listened to and or heard music,
Yeah,
right. But I mean, as a human, you've lied to somebody.
I haven't.
Yeah, I have to admit, it may not be the same to you, but this sounds like LPs, like records, because you remember back in our day, it went way down. For us.
Vinyls were like nothing for a long time.
There was no record collecting.
No.
There was CD collecting.
No,
but there was no
because
record collecting.
No. But then we started wanting them because our parents, the elders, what we actually, because we grew up with records, but then moved to CDs because that's the new world, the digital. Yeah, high five.
Yeah.
But then we realized how, no, we want the old.
If for some reason somebody could have made like a backpack record player, I probably would have listened to one of those over a CD player, but it was the portability for me.
How in the fuck could you do that?
I have no. They did it in cars. At one point,
Cars,
they
they
actually had a record.
But there's
player
no.
that would
You would never. Maybe a 45.
Yeah,
but like you couldn't do a
not
full.
33. Not 33 and a half.
That's crazy.
I love.
Not 78s.
And we're demonstrating our age. What's Chris fighting on? Not the possibility. No, the fact that it's a fucking 33. That is impossible.
That's too big.
It's the size of the vinyl.
It's got to be a
It's
single.
the size. It's got to be single. And then you got to take a whole bunch with you.
Make it a hat like those old Chinese hats.
That's right. You know, why did they put vinyl in boomboxes back in the day? It just doesn't make sense.
Well, I guess those weren't boom boxes. I was gonna say they kind of did though.
I know
because for the longest time they had like with the bookshelf speakers.
Yeah,
and it was the whole CD player, tape player, and a record
Yeah, I
player.
remember those,
Oh yeah,
I used to go over to my friend's place and like scratch on them and shit.
Nice.
Cheap record players.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's not your records.
Wiki. Maybe they were my records.
Maybe they were.
Maybe
They weren't.
I still love it. Like both of my children have records and record players.
Yeah.
My children. Now, I will admit they are not acoustic record players. They are digital in that sense. But yeah.
Oh, they're listening to through a digital signal. Is that what you mean?
Well, yeah. There's a record player.
Yeah,
but of course,
it's just
it's the digital output. All
Yeah,
that
it's
stuff.
fine.
Yeah. Because to be fully acoustic, you got to put in a couple of dollars.
I'm working on that right
Analog.
now. Analog. Yeah.
Not
it's
acoustic.
analog.
It's all acoustic.
Yeah.
Yeah, analog. I knew what I meant. Acoustic, analog. I know.
I'm working on that right now. I'm working on my little
Becoming
setup.
acoustically analog.
You in the
putting
market
an
for a
analog.
stereo amplifier?
I'm not actually.
Oh, okay.
I'm not.
I'm in the market to sell one.
I'm sure you are. I have my setup.
Or maybe
I
give
need
one
the
to the right
cables.
person.
Maybe.
Ooh.
Oh, but you weren't interested.
Are you talking about me? Thank you, AJ,
Let's
but I'll
see it.
pass.
Oh, see, that's the reaction I was hoping for.
Okay. All right.
Not fuck you and your shit.
I didn't say that.
I mean, you didn't have to.
I didn't say that.
You didn't have
oh my
to.
god. Touchy.
Later on,
That's
you
the
can.
problem.
Your amp is touchy.
That's the problem. Not enough.
Oh, I see what's going on. Now the money's coming. He's dried up. Uh-oh.
Look, I'm down to 999 bottles of baby oil, okay?
Actually, I just saw where you can get some more.
Oh, really?
I did. I watched the video the other
liberated
day.
some from somebody.
Yeah, they did. It was like a lot too, like thousands of dollars.
758
That's
fucking
crazy.
dildos. They pulled 758 dildos
But that's
out of this guy's house,
listen.
man.
That's not
Oh,
fair.
house.
That's not fair. Wait. That's not fair because endorsement deals.
Well, no. It's his house. If you
Exactly.
you can. Some people go and they take
The
other.
question is, why
No,
do you
no,
need that many? Like, why?
No. Hold on for a second. I'd like to
Rotating
pause.
him out.
I know a couple of guys. They
Friction
have
melts
a
rubber.
bunch of plastic things like a dildo almost with metal parts in it, and they put them up on stands. And they have like 100, 700 of these. Like they're insane. I know a couple people. I think they're action figures and stuff
Oh,
like
for
that.
fuck's sake, this guy. Listen.
I stopped inserting action figures into my
Just
record.
because you stick them in your ass doesn't mean I have to do it anymore.
It's just one of those things like where I can't believe he had 700
I know.
dildos. How many action
Well, you
figures
know who we're
do you
talking
have?
about? Do you understand what we're talking about?
No, I don't
I think
actually.
he's in the dark.
Oh, okay.
I
So we are riffing.
much like many of the people in
I
this
know.
video.
They're fucking like, what are they talking about? Kent's going to be like, shout out to Kent, by the way. Kent's going to be like, oh, another great episode, guys. But I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So you know P. Diddy.
I'm aware.
He has been indicted.
Yes, he's yes.
Oh, he's a
Very, very
bad
bunch
He's
of
done
boy.
some bad things.
And they found the 700 plus dildos
in
at
his
his place.
house,
Oh.
along with over 1,000 bottles of Johnson & Johnson baby oil,
Yeah.
Oh.
amongst
That was the
other
face.
amongst other lubricants.
Okay, I know. I had not heard that part.
Yeah.
Now
This-
I
like-
kind of feel bad about my joke and stuff earlier. Had I known the context.
The shit that R. Kelly pulled, the shit that P. Diddy pulled.
And the funny part
Like,
is, a
and
lot
this-
of the rhetoric
This
is,
shit was bad.
The rhetoric is,
That sucks.
P. Diddy's not even, he's still surface level.
Oh yeah, apparently what I heard is fucking Beyonce is like,
Yeah. Her and Jay are
I heard Jay's under
her. Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
I heard
I
Beyonce
know.
is like fucking.
I know. It's fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
And there is a picture going around online. This fucked me up. When I saw this, it gave me chills of Diddy in bed with someone else. And I'm not sure the guy, but Aaliyah, who was fucking 15 or 16 when she died.
R.
and
Kelly.
And J-Lo.
See, now this whole fucking J-Lo thing is fucking getting. I'm starting to hear about all this kind of shit.
I
Too,
think South Park got it right. Sorry.
right? Well, what else did South Park not get?
I
Wrong?
mean, they get everything right.
Seriously, but even to the point of her career, like her singing career. So what she did was, people will write songs, right, and sell them to artists.
Of course, yeah.
Right. Like Ed Sheeran wrote "Love Yourself" by Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
He wrote that song.
Yeah, Dolly Parton wrote what's it?
Yeah,
She wrote "I Will Always Love You," but
Yeah,
this is
that's right.
completely different.
Okay.
So Ed Sheeran wrote "Love Yourself" in a bus with Benny Blanco.
Okay,
Right, and he wasn't planning on using it himself. He was planning on selling it.
got it.
So what that's called is a reference track.
Okay.
So Bieber gets the reference track and changes some lyrics,
Oh,
changes
yeah.
some melodies,
Yeah,
blah
puts
blah
a spin
blah.
on it.
Does
Kind
their
of puts
thing.
his own spin on it. Gives it. It's his song,
Yeah,
quote
it's a Bieber
unquote.
song. Yeah.
So what J-Lo did was took some of these reference tracks and used the vocals as her own,
Oh, that's
and then like saying underneath them.
she Milli Vanilli'd it. What the fuck?
Almost Milli Vanilli'd it. She
Mm.
would still sing on it, but hers was mixed so low that you couldn't hear the badness.
Dude, that's crazy.
And they would use the reference tracks of the woman who sang it
Oh,
for
wow.
the demo
wow,
and give nobody credit.
That's
So
That's-
musically that's where that's at right now, but then it goes deeper to what you're saying, and I think that has a connection,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I also heard Will Smith, fucking some dude, it was like some security guard or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Walked in with Will Smith bent over the fucking
Getting
couch.
fucked by Meek Mill.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's audio out there of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dave's face. Dave's
No,
face is the best.
so
Dude,
I'm sorry. Like,
this-
it's just the
Yeah.
I just want to say this is why I wish we were fucking recording video right now for that face. That face. I
It's
need a
just-
short.
I'm having two challenges. A, the story that you have just described. Thank you for sharing. And the fact that both of you know this. What the?
Oh man, this is like
I am not that deep, obviously, in the events that are occurring. in
I
that
mean,
world.
for me, the point in where I was like, oh shit, because like I've been a big Jay-Z
Yeah,
fan
that's
for a
fair.
very
Yeah.
long time, and like this really fucking hurts to know, like he's connected. So then I started to think, okay, well,
connected
how
as in he's done bad stuff potential to be proven.
Oh, it's a big potential.
there's apparently a big network that this.
Dude, apparently Diddy's
is
a
affecting.
fucking mob boss.
Yeah.
Essentially, that's what they're
Yeah.
likening him to, with all the shit.
I
Like,
should not be smiling right now. but I
Racketeering.
think of the P Diddy, the music video.
I
and
know
shit.
Bad Boys.
and he's a mob boss. And just in my head, I'm going, Christ.
Are you guys wearing shiny suits still? What's going on?
Because he was indicted for racketeering, which is using racketeering, using your business.
Yeah,
for
of course he
illegal
knows.
means.
He does it.
I do not. Nothing's been proven.
Thanks, Cineplex.
Ooh, ouch.
I don't work there.
I soon won't either.
Get your racketeering in. But so there's that, and then there's
Sex trafficking,
but not only just sex trafficking, but trafficking humans across state and county lines for the purposes of sex trafficking, giving people drugs. Like
the drugs, I'm not terribly surprised.
Like
on.
there's like 14
we do
counts
that
or some
too,
shit
so.
like that. The guy's been indicted on, right?
Yeah, so there's a bunch of other it's all horrible fucking crimes.
It's keeping people locked up, kidnapping,
and the fucked up. There's video out there of some crazy shit that he's done.
So the challenge I have, and we've talked about it before, is okay. That's all horrible. How is it that people go so long being able to do this to others?
I think obviously that because we're the information we're getting is all hearsay, with like everybody else.
It's all interwebs,
of course. But I
okay.
assume
so. Allegedly,
I assume some way somehow he was involved with somebody to manipulate them in some way.
R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Well, no, like
because
but it's just
think about all the shit that R. Kelly did.
Yeah,
he's older than Diddy.
That's true.
So did he mentor Diddy at some point?
Actually, I heard some story about them being involved in some way.
Right?
Yeah.
And then Diddy takes this and goes, I can run with this because I can make this $1 million idea.
That's true.
Because that's what Diddy fucking did. He took things and people and made money off of them.
I don't want to play that guy, but I've never been a big fan of Diddy's. And the reason why...
The only time I was a fan of Diddy's, get him to the Greek.
Okay, that was the time I was a fan of his, and the other when he did that song "Coming Home," I liked that song a lot.
But see now,
but it's not really him. It's
I'm worried
Skylar,
about
whatever her name
fucking
is.
Dave Grohl being involved in this because
Yeah.
he played drums on All About the Benjamins.
Yeah.
So did he go to a freak out?
Now, don't. No, we'll see.
But see, like you were saying earlier to me, that there's
what would you
allegations.
do if you found out though? Like, yeah, that's
I'd
a
be very
challenge.
sad.
Yeah,
I
that'd be a
would probably
challenge.
not be happy that I have a guitar of his.
Fair, yeah.
But did people like you said? There's apparently allegedly the Obamas are on some.
Yeah. So apparently the Obamas are linked to this.
But here's my question: are there videos of people who were invited to a Diddy party? And they were like, "Oh, I'm going to go to a Diddy party. Yeah, that's cool." And they walk in, they walk through the house, they realize what's going on. They're like, "No, I'm the fuck out of here."
Who knows?
Could that be that scenario? Right?
I mean,
like,
who knows? Right?
I would like to think higher of the Obamas.
You shouldn't though, because they're people, right? The thing is, humans are humans. Everyone's a person. The
But just because you're a person doesn't mean, oh, I'm a person. I'm going to go to fucking rape some chick in a bedroom.
Right.
No,
Like,
but it's because I'm a person.
What I guess what I'm trying to say
No.
is I like to think higher of people as well, but the reality is there's good and bad in everybody, right? So I'm not saying that.
Yeah, but I would
whatever.
like to think that it doesn't get that
Yeah,
bad with that
AJ
person.
is playing the glass half or glass, not gas, the glass
Right?
half
So,
full.
yeah,
You're
You know
half
about the
empty.
like political sex parties and shit, right?
Obama's done some.
Oh, I've been to a
pretty
couple.
shitty
I know
shit,
you have.
baby.
That's how I know about them.
Right? Yeah, people do some shitty shit sometimes, but I've done shitty shit, but I've never kicked a cat.
You've also not
I accidentally
been in the
Like-
position to be invited to.
That's not my point, though.
I'm just saying, right?
My point is on the whole, we're people.
Yeah,
Yes, people do shitty shit,
yeah.
but not necessarily all the time to that degree.
No.
So you can't just say, "Well, people."
Yeah,
people.
I'm generalizing in the sense that they're susceptible to whatever you want to call it, negative nature, just like everybody else is. That's all I'm saying. So
Yeah,
if I find
I can't say I
find
would have
out,
gone to a fucking P.
Here's
Diddy
what I'm
party
saying.
if I had known nothing about
If
it.
I
But as soon
found
as I
out-
walked in, I would have walked the fuck out.
if I find out later on, or it comes out that these people were involved in something horrible and despicable in nature, I'm not going to be like, "Oh no, surprise," because all we get are the perceptions of them. We don't know these people. That's all I'm trying to say. We don't know who they are in their personal lives, and in a way, shape, or form.
Right, but sometimes personal life funnels over into public life. Like,
Of course.
like
That's why they're public figures.
like you're saying with the Obamas or whatever. Let's take them for instance, because you.
By the way,
put them on
Obama's not a sponsor of the show.
They can be.
They can be for now. For now,
But you put people like that on a pedestal.
Yeah.
To a degree, right? But take somebody like R. Kelly, for instance,
sure.
who in his songs was talking about what he was doing.
Yeah, he was convicted.
That leaked over.
Mhm.
And so you could look at him or assume that probably some shady dealings going on with this motherfucker.
Absolutely.
It's just you're more surprised. It's not any
Right?
less
So that
anymore.
to me is a
I'm more
not fucking
surprised. I'm more surprised that the system let it go on as long as it did
That's true.
because of the people in political power and beyond.
That that's
Right. So
frustrating.
there's a link right there. They allow someone like that to exist and continue to do those things because they gain something from it. Right. That's why would you let that happen?
I'm not going to say that's not a possibility because everything's a possibility, but I wouldn't.
Look at the Epstein stuff. Right? Epstein.
Yeah, but none of that was like you can if you can doctor a photograph, you can doctor a list. Right.
Is that you thinking the list was doctored? Is that what you're thinking?
Could have been.
Think so?
But I mean, looking at
what are you gonna do with all the footage?
A lot of the names on there.
I mean, I don't
Didn't
think the
surprise
list,
me.
I don't think the list has actually been released. I think that was just one. I think because of how many people affected by it, they do not want that
It's like a
information
Mission
out.
Impossible knock list kind of thing.
Something like that. But like, there's too many people of power involved in that. You know the names that have been talked about.
Yeah.
Like, they're not gonna fucking let that shit get out because then it spoils the broth for everybody, and they can't have that.
They're
Whoever
protecting
those people are.
themselves.
Pardon me?
Yeah, they're protecting
Of
themselves.
course, it makes, yeah.
yeah.
That's why, and that's the reason why he killed himself.
No.
Right? And it's also the reason why he was convicted 3 times in a decade and wasn't finally sentenced to jail time until the last time. How in the world do you convict somebody for those crimes and not send them to jail?
Well, yeah, that
Right? Unless that person's got something on you.
but not everybody who is
On the island?
I guess on the island. I guess that's a different story because you have to go to this island. But not
you
everybody.
don't have to. You can go
not
to the New York
everybody-
apartment.
Not everybody who went to Diddy's house knew what was going on. You can't sit here and tell me
You can't.
100%
No.
of those fucking
I'm
people
going to disagree.
knew what was going on.
I don't think you go to a party like that without at least a little. Maybe you don't know everything, but at least a little bit of knowledge.
No, you don't know that that's the type of party it is.
Right.
I'm sorry if I got invited to a party by somebody that I didn't know, but I knew they were a little bit famous, and I just got randomly invited.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll come on by.
Yeah. Check it out.
And then,
That
as
was
AJ says, I walk in, and
Oh,
I see
see you
this
later.
happening.
Yeah.
That's all AJ's saying.
There's a
And
great
the cameras
example of
are
that.
the cameras are rolling.
There is a great
100%
example of
the
that.
time.
Everyone talks about Denzel Washington. I guess Denzel Washington was the example. He would go to Diddy's parties, but he was told every time they say, "Oh, the devil's going to be here," he's like, "I'm gone." And
Okay,
they
well,
meant-
see, now there's something in there you said that actually I'm a little disappointed.
what?
Parties.
Oh, dude.
You don't
Going
know.
to one party.
Well, okay, yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah,
you were
going
talking
to
about
one party
something
and
else,
then
but
Well,
yeah.
seeing
so
what
here's the thing:
happened
these
and
freak
then
parties,
leaving.
these freak offs, don't happen until far later in the night when they drug everybody.
I guess, but
so he's leaving before that.
but then he knew.
Like, good point.
See, that's my challenge.
Yep.
If I walked into this and I
he's on
didn't
video,
know
right?
at all,
You'd assume so.
Right. So
okay,
when
I'm fine being on video. I'm happy I'm
so
on
when
video.
were the-
It's going to
so
show
when were
me
the Obamas
leaving.
there?
Pardon me.
Were they there before or after? The
Sorry, say
Obamas.
Oh, that's the whole
Who
thing.
knows? We don't know. We don't.
And
know.
that's
There's a
kinda
lot
my-
of speculation.
That's kind of my point too, though, right? Like, so just because they're in these alleged videos, we have to now know when,
yeah.
what time this happened, blah blah
gonna
blah
be
blah
messy.
blah. So you can't.
But you know what?
do you understand what my point is?
But you know what people
can't
will
implicate-
believe?
You can't. Well,
Whatever the
Whatever the
media
internet
says.
says.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what people will believe. It won't matter what was true or not. Right. That's the shitty part
that's
of it all.
unfortunate. Yes.
Yeah. That's the way it goes.
I don't disagree with all that.
Yeah. So it's like, I'm not. Yeah, you're right. It's very possible people were associated with Diddy had nothing to do with any of that stuff. I hope that's true of many people, right? But the fact is, this person, like you said, was a mob boss in a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And
That
he
I
was.
still find funny.
I know.
And I shouldn't.
I know.
I feel.
You know what? I bet you. I'm gonna make I bet you can make the case that he was the one responsible for Biggie not being here.
And
that's one of the
there's
reasons-
the dude who's in jail for it has gone on record saying Puffy paid me $1 million to do it.
Exactly.
So
So
nobody wants to believe him.
So for me, that's when I was not a fan of Diddy's, was when, because I thought Biggie was amazing, who didn't, and then like he fucking dies. You're like, oh no, that's really sad. Huh? And then
You
this
know why?
fucking guy comes out with what was it? I'll be missing you.
Yeah, that
I'm like,
bullshit.
what the fuck?
And that's fucking funny too. You know what went down there? He didn't ask permission
I heard, yeah.
for that.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
now Sting gets the royalties every time that song's played.
Oh, that's great.
Diddy gets nothing,
Yeah.
but he also has to pay him something stupid like $40,000 every time it's played. Like an extra
hilarious.
$40,000 every time it's played. Diddy got screwed for not asking permission.
No, he screwed
Yeah.
himself.
I do like that.
That's
song,
what I
though.
mean.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
like
yeah.
he fucked himself over for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like
But
that. Song.
Do you?
the reason
I do.
I don't hate the song. I just think like
It's
when it
stupid
came
song.
out,
I like it.
I'm like, what the fuck? How'd you do Biggie like that?
But you know why? You know why he did it? Is because he discovered Biggie. Biggie ended up on Bad Boy. Puffy ended up owning the entire catalog.
Right. Yeah.
So
What do you
For-
mean he discovered Biggie?
Puffy discovered Biggie. Yeah,
I can look into that.
Puffy discovered Biggie.
I'm gonna look into that.
Look
But I
into
believe
it.
you. I'll believe you for now.
But
For
Bad-
this moment,
Bad-
I'll accept.
Bad
this
Boy
stage.
owns the catalog,
Yeah. And he owns Bad Boy. Yeah.
right? So to secure your investment and not have them play out their contract, their 4 or 5 album contract or whatever it is,
Yeah.
and then go to another
Label.
with their catalog potentially,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
How do you stop that from happening?
You politely talk to the person and have a good discussion.
You give him
on
the cancer.
that.
No, you're right.
Right?
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. Yeah. That's
And
fucked
Tupac
up, dude.
probably knew about it. That
Maybe
he was going to take him out, and because Tupac's the guy that he is, he's a real gangster.
Yeah. Legit.
Probably would have taken Puffy out,
That's crazy.
right?
It's this whole thing is
Right?
fucking wild, man. This
Uh-huh.
whole thing is wild.
Outside of my knowledge.
I feel
base.
bad for young Mr. Bieber. That's who I feel bad. And
I'm sure he'll cry himself to sleep with the
And-
billions.
who in their right fucking mind would get guardianship over a fucking 16-year-old to Puff Daddy?
And am I crazy? He's not the first one, Bieber.
Usher.
Yeah, Usher was the
Usher
other one.
was one
That's
of
right.
the first ones.
That's right.
Usher was under guardianship from Puff Daddy. Went to
Right.
this fucking Puff Daddy flavor camp bullshit.
Yeah.
And then he found fucking Bieber online, told Puffy about it. Puffy got a hold of Beaver. My God. Puffy got a hold of Bieber.
Buffy the Young Chick Slayer.
Buffy got a hold of Beaver. And yeah, like got guardianship.
Yeah.
And then he did the same thing
Yeah.
he did with fucking what's his tits?
Yeah, I
fucking
know.
Usher.
That's wild. Well, I mean, that's one, I guess, positive. The guy knows talent.
But
Yeah.
now I understand why Justin Bieber is and was the way he is and was throughout his
Sure.
late teens to like
Well,
mid-20s.
it helps, right? Because he wasn't ready for that level of fame. Plus, he's clearly with the wrong fucking idiots.
And they're doing not good stuff to a
Right.
young man
Yeah.
who's
So I-
not of
yeah.
age yet.
Yeah.
Right? Like I feel I don't want to hear none of Justin Bieber's music, but fuck, I feel bad for the kid.
Well, that's
now.
not neither here or there. It's a person harming another person for,
and that's the thing. And
exploiting
seeing
them.
the fallout,
Yeah.
right? Like you're witnessing the fallout in the media.
Yeah, I guess we are seeing this.
You're
Right?
witnessing
We are
this
seeing the decline or the downfall of a massive chunk of the hip hop scene that was like was our
our
bread,
generation.
our generation,
ask-
our bread and butter, right?
I can ask a question.
Sure.
Snoop doesn't fuck with Puff, right?
I don't think so.
Okay, good.
Snoop's he's West Coast,
Snoop's
but
West
like,
Coast, yeah.
but it's not this that. But like, I think Snoop's just doing his own thing, and I'm pretty
Plus,
sure.
But
Snoop
he's
is
also
Snoop.
Death Row.
Actually, no. Snoop's okay. So you know who's been fucking raging against the Puffy machine?
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube and 50 Cent.
Oh,
50 Cent is like,
50
fuck this guy.
50 is
He
not
has
pulling
the
any fucking
best
punches,
stories.
man.
And Snoop and 50 are like,
Oh, they're
like
tight.
best buds. Yeah, exactly.
Because of Dre.
Yeah. So I'm confident Snoop wasn't
Okay.
involved.
Snoop,
I'm
Snoop,
pretty
and,
confident.
Snoop and Dre and 50.
I don't think that's their scene.
Eminem.
He's with them.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I don't think that's their scene. I'm not saying they didn't fuck with Puff because I know they all collabed and shit like that, but I don't think they were anything with that happened.
I
But
hope,
who
I
knows?
hope Jimmy Page isn't in on this. Because he did a collab with Puff.
It's not about don't worry about the collabs. It's more about the people he hung out with. That's what you got to pay attention to,
Yeah.
right? The people that's why the JLo thing's a big
Is that
deal.
from Godzilla movie or something?
Yeah. That's a pretty good song, actually.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Good,
Yeah, I like that.
It's all right.
It's one of those when I hear it now, I'm nostalgic.
The Jimmy Page parts are great, obviously, because it's Cashmere. But
Yeah, but we can talk about the problems with it later.
that's true. Yeah.
That doesn't include Puff Daddy.
Yeah. So the people he's hung out with over the
movie
years,
was
I think
horrible.
that's what you need to.
So what the
to
fuck is
focus
Will
on.
Smith doing hanging out? Like, is he trying to get back on top by getting back under, or
You'll have to ask him. You'll have to ask.
you get my point?
I get it. Like,
what the fuck is Will Smith, Miami, doing hanging out with fucking Puff Daddy?
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say because I mean,
I would be surprised to hear if Will Smith has ever carried a gun in his life.
I wouldn't.
I would.
Again, it's perception.
Ha 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 ha.
It's all you see him on the screen. That's who you think he
Yeah.
is. But he's also a guy who's not that guy, right? So same thing with Puff Daddy. Sure, maybe we all knew something was funky with him, but we didn't know this. And now we know this. We're like, wow, right? So all I'm saying is with Will Smith, we don't know, right? For all we knew, he was a freak this whole fucking time. For all we knew, he was super gay, but because it wasn't cool to be gay in the fucking hip hop community, that he's like, I can't come out as gay.
Considering his first movie, he played a gay guy.
Right. So I'm just saying, like,
There's actually a clip of Puffy on, I think it's like Letterman or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Maybe Leto. And he's quote unquote joking about hanging out with girls. Oh, how do you hang out with so many girls? Oh, what you got to do is you got to keep them locked up.
yeah,
You got to put locks on the doors that they can't get out, blah, blah, blah. And he's joking about this.
right.
But was he really joking?
Right, exactly. This is how this is all going to go
But
for the
Joe-
past fucking 30 plus years, right?
But
Of
apparently
this
he's
guy's-
up for 5 consecutive life sentences.
Yeah, he's done. There's
And
too much evidence.
They
though.
wouldn't give him bail twice.
Yeah. Well, he's a flight risk.
Yeah,
Yeah, he'll
Twice.
skip the
Yeah.
country.
twice.
Yeah.
In fact, everyone's kind of surprised he didn't, knowing this was coming down.
He did.
No, he didn't. He never.
I
left
thought
the
he
country.
fucked off.
He only went to like this island thing and was cut back, I think, or something like that.
Oh, that was another
Yeah.
in Country Island?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
And but he would have known that he was going to get indicted the other day. Like he would have known, and the fact that
Yeah.
he didn't take off is kind of crazy. Yeah, but we'll see. See how it all goes down. We'll see.
I mean,
We'll
let's
see.
give Mr. Roman Polanski a call. Stay with him.
Oh fuck, Roman Polanski. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the one thing I've talked a lot about this is the separating the art from the artist, right? Like you said, if Dave Grohl being your hero and all that stuff, if you found out horrible things, it probably changed your perception on him, and you'd probably alter your
Mhm.
bond,
Mhm.
say bond with him, right? I don't know if I have the same mentality.
I think it depends for me.
Like, don't get me wrong. So Jay-Z,
Mhm.
I am listening to him less and less, and I'm sure it's because of the Diddy
Right.
stuff. But he was kind of always he was a bit of a decline of mine already, so I don't feel like I'm doing it because of this. So
When the artist is using the situation to fuel the art, that's when I have a problem.
and
Right?
Yeah.
So, like, let's take R. Kelly again, for instance. He was singing songs about the shit that he was doing.
yeah.
And people were just like, hey, this is a good R&B song.
No, people knew.
Right?
People knew back then.
Like,
I
again,
didn't
another thing,
know.
I have a
You didn't know?
fucking,
I did not know.
About R. Kelly?
I knew
Back
he was,
then.
I knew he was peeing
You didn't know about
I
that
knew
shit?
He was peeing on girls back in the 90s.
Seriously?
I did not. I didn't
wow.
know until the one artist had the peeing scene in the
Oh.
music video.
Oh.
That was fucking hilarious. Who was that?
Macklemore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I and going back to the separating the art and the artist and stuff like that, I cannot listen to a Linkin Park song without tearing up.
Oh.
Because if you actually listen, like pay attention to the lyrics, this man was crying out for help
Yeah.
the entire time.
Yeah. Linkin Park was a mental health band, man.
The entire
Mhm.
fucking time, this dude was basically telling you, I'm going to do
Yeah.
this.
Yep. And then
And then it happened.
but you know what
No,
it did?
It's not just random lyrics that this guy's making up.
Do you know what set him over the edge? Chris Cornell going. That's what
I
it
was
did.
gonna. I thought you were gonna say they asked him to put his music in another Transformers movie.
No, that's funny. But no, I think Chris Cornell was a mentor, father figure to him, or something like that.
Mhm.
Obviously, when he took himself out,
So,
yeah,
Chris-
affected Chester.
Chris Cornell
too.
did it more poetically.
Whatever, you're gone. You're
I
gone.
feel like he fueled.
For me, that's semantics. Like they're gone. That's
But
what
that's
matters.
not the point.
For me, it's like, oh,
But that's not the
it's not
point.
here. You know?
That's not the point I'm trying to make.
Oh, okay, my bad.
So when you listen to Linkin Park, it was more of a direct "help me,"
Yeah.
whereas Soundgarden
Mm.
or Audio Slave or Chris Cornell's solo stuff was more of a poetic. It's hidden within.
Esoteric.
You
Yeah.
could pass it off as something almost of a third person
I got you.
sort of thing.
This is what you mean. Yeah.
Whereas again, Chester was like,
Very direct.
I'm fucking dying here.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. This is how I feel.
Yeah.
So now I listen to like Numb or like Paper Cuts or something. I'm just like, oh
yeah. No, it's real.
This man was sad.
So I think
He's a very sad man.
He's sad, but like I mean,
it's less about how he felt. It was more, I never, for any music, expect the artist to necessarily be telling me exactly what it is they're going through, unless they have an interview where they say this.
This is what it
I
is,
will.
yeah.
To me,
That's
it's
a
an
good
art.
point.
It's an art.
Yeah.
So I would not expect that everything I hear from a lyrics perspective is real.
Right.
'Cause good Lord in Hamburg.
I think.
Damn.
I think because of the situation, the tragic situation it ended up in.
Oh no, I'm not.
It's a little bit
disputing that.
different, but like you're saying,
At the time, no. I'm
like
just,
Dave
yeah.
Grohl has said, the reason he loves what he does is he can sing one song to 50,000 people, and every one of those people feels
Feel
it
it
differently,
different, yeah.
interprets it differently,
Yeah.
right? But the tragic end that this kind of came out to, I feel like if you
Well, it's like listening to
retrospectively look
Hurt.
back,
Listen to Hurt, 9 Inch Nails. Like listen to the lyrics. It's very rough.
Mhm.
It's rough.
well, yeah,
It's
because
sad.
I feel like the man was going through a rough time. That song makes me sad too.
Yeah,
I tear up when I hear Johnny
But
Cash
it's
sing
funny.
that song, man.
I tear up. But one thing is, and maybe my perception is, it makes me sad, but something about it also makes me, it's almost like his way of saying, you fucker listening to this,
it makes,
go do something.
Yeah.
but
I feel like
there's
you're
some-
supposed to feel that.
Yeah.
But
there's
it's
some
okay to
form of-
feel that.
because he himself got through it. Because the man who wrote it, the man who sang it, the man who poured his emotion into it, didn't kill himself after he did it.
Oh yeah.
He went through drugs and alcohol and this, that, and the other thing, and he came out the other side
Yeah.
pretty fucking well. He's winning
Not
Grammys
after-
and
not
shit,
after
and
that
Academy
song.
Awards and shit.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah,
threw it
he
all
is
away.
now.
though.
That's-
Now he's doing very
Now
well.
it was after that song.
Yeah, now. But there was a lot of drugs.
Oh
But
yeah.
leading
Well,
forward.
you listen to
time
that
after.
song, and yeah, I get sad for Trent
Yeah.
Reznor because it's like, dude, the shit that you were going through
Well,
to
understand.
write these lyrics that are
well, no,
like,
that's just it though.
ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I'd never, when I listened to a song, I guess maybe I misunderstood what your point was, just the idea, and thought that I feel bad because I enjoyed the song, even though they were trying to tell me something.
No,
Okay, I
no,
misunderstood.
you can enjoy a song when
Okay,
somebody's
like-
trying to tell you something
Okay,
about their life that wasn't
yeah.
good. You can still,
and enjoy it
feel-
in that sense of feeling the vibe and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I
you
can't
can
fix you for it.
you
That's
can
all.
still.
Okay.
I don't want to say feel joy because that kind of alludes to you being happy with a smile.
Yeah,
But
you feel
you
it.
can feel reward.
No, you feel. That's all.
You can feel-
just
yeah.
feel.
I don't know. The downward spiral makes me feel joy, like genuine joy. That whole album, as fucking dark, as depressing, as sad, as fucked, because I know the journey that's going on. I feel joy listening to it because there's a catharsis that comes over me going through it.
Okay, it's
And
your perception.
That yeah. So it's funny you say that because I agree with you, but like me personally, I do feel the joy from the sadness, and I think it's kind of like finding resonance in the shitty feelings.
I get that
Mm.
because, and I would assume this is the same for you. Downward Spiral is one of those put it on, leave it on.
Oh yeah,
no
of course.
skip album.
No,
I
I mean, we were talking about perfect albums. I'm pretty sure that would be.
I feel the
considered
same way about Only by the Night by Kings of Leon.
Yeah, great album.
It's for me, it's a start to finish, and you can tell in some of those tunes, Buddy's kind of not feeling the greatest.
Sure.
Right,
Mm.
but it incites. I feel like this is a great experience for me.
So people,
So I get that with certain things, but I guess in my opinion, IMO, Linkin Park was more of a like grab you by the shirt and like fucking help me, dude. But nobody
that's the intensity.
nobody really took it.
That's the intensity that they portray, right? That's
For the
their-
listeners, I'm laughing because he's fixing Chris's
I'm
shirt
petting
as they
Chris.
have.
that's the also remember that's the energy they're portraying through their art. I'm not saying you're absolutely right, that's Chester, but like you being a songwriter, you being an artist, know that there's a massive process that goes into it. It's not just him singing it. They got to work on lyric, all that stuff. So
Yes,
it is
but-
manufactured and manicured for an audience.
But not everybody can write that way.
Absolutely.
I can't write that way.
You're
I
right.
can't write from a third person.
You can't?
I can't write from a perspective that's not mine.
Oh, I can.
Bobby was
See,
playing
different,
with his
right?
That is wow.
right?
Oh, I never knew that about
let's,
you.
Let's think of Living on a Prayer.
Sure.
It's
Great
a story.
track. Yep.
Right? Johnny used to work on the docks, blah, blah,
It's
blah.
a storytelling
It's a story.
song. Yeah. Yeah.
I can't write songs like that unless I'm the subject of the story.
Then you just put yourself as the
It's
subject
almost
of the
like
story.
it's like gonzo songwriting,
Mm.
where I have to be involved in, it's from my perspective.
Okay, I get you.
Yeah, it's weird.
No, it's not
I've
weird. It's just the way it is,
I've
man.
tried.
Yeah.
I've tried to do that whole thing, and I feel it comes. And this is me, and you have to be happy with what you're writing to put it out, right?
Yeah.
It's cheesier. It's cheese. To me, I don't know why.
To do third party,
Yeah,
right?
I don't know why. To me, it just feels like it
Well,
comes out more
I know why. Bing, you already told us in this whole conversation why. Because you have a emotional resonance to music. Like you have to have that kind of. That's how you experience it. So if you don't have that experience in writing it,
I know they're all over the
I know
place.
what
It's
the fuck's
weird.
going on.
Yeah.
Then
You
it
need
like
tact.
you see it as cheesy because you don't see
Yeah.
your connection in
Mhm.
it. That makes sense. That actually makes sense. Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
Valid.
maybe that's why I was never.
That's a
like,
skill you should work on, though. I think.
maybe that's why I was never one to, get into like writing stories.
Sure.
Or like I love the writing process. I love reading stories. I love people who write. You, Kevin Smith, fucking
Yeah.
all those great storytellers and shit like that. I love it.
Yeah.
Could I ever
But
do it? It's like me in art.
yeah,
Like
same.
drawing.
Oh, and
right?
it's the same in music, right? Like
Right.
I can't, like I admire, you know how much I admire drums
Yeah.
and all that because it's not something that I do. It's not my art form,
Mhm.
right? But
I'm a great singer.
He's the best singer.
I'm
No,
an amazing
in fact,
singer.
that's why we're not even talking about
in fact,
Okay.
you know what? We should start a band. We should start a band. You playing? You're legit drums, okay? Me,
I
you know that I am a
periodically jump
guitar.
into the
All over the
drums,
place.
but when I jump into the drums, no shirt.
bagpipes or something.
Yeah, I don't. wear a
Okay,
shirt.
yeah. Can you play bagpipes?
God no.
Perfect. You play bagpipes. Okay. I gotta play something
You
fun.
can play drums.
Okay, yeah, I'll play drums. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're sing.
Yeah, no shirt.
Of course, no shirt.
No shirt.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Well, what
We're gonna call
what
ourselves.
if male singers wear
Exactly.
shirts?
I don't wear. Yeah.
The
Sorry. Yes.
cum rags. I don't know.
No.
Yeah, I knocked off the conversation.
No, it's fine. Now we're on to a new band. Dude, we're gonna be fucking hit singers.
We're gonna
here.
be tenionaires.
tenionaires. Yeah.
Tenionaires. I don't
You
know.
mean negative tenionaires?
Well, no, we're gonna each make $10 from the gig
Gotcha.
and get dinner.
Okay. All right.
Ooh,
I
nice.
love it.
I'll
I
do that
think
for dinner.
honestly, I'm not kidding. We should fucking do
To be
this.
honest, for the listeners out there, I'll take my shirt off for a free dinner.
And we should only write third songs in the third
Songs in the third
third
party.
person.
Hey Johnny, that's me. No,
Yeah.
that doesn't work. 'Cause
yeah,
I'd be
no,
Johnny.
you're not
I'd be
Johnny.
Johnny.
Not Johnny, yeah,
so we
yeah.
can't use the word
See,
Johnny.
there you go.
Hey, my name is.
No, it's not my name.
No.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
hey.
need to tell you a story.
Aha.
A story about the day I started singing for you.
See, dude, he's already practicing.
Oh,
we gotta
yeah.
catch up to him now.
I got
we
it.
gotta
That
get the
reminds me of
rehearsal.
one of my favorite songs now. No, just the whole conversation itself.
Oh my god.
One of my favorite songs, two favorite songs actually, is from a Krista Berg album
Oh yeah,
called Spanish Train.
I
Yep.
love that
And other
song.
stories.
Great track.
The song itself, Spanish Train.
The
Oh my
original, not the remakey one that I heard in the 80s.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, okay, good.
But
Just the original.
That story, man, is so
It's a
good.
great one.
And then there's another song on that album. It's apparently it's about the Jesus. It's called "The Spaceman Came Traveling."
Yep, it is.
Cool.
That's a good one.
Fuck, man, that is
Yeah,
a
good shit.
good fucking song.
Christopher, that
The
album.
storytelling.
No,
man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow.
That album is a listen start to finish.
Yeah.
That album alone. Yeah.
Like,
I love it.
When somebody says Christopher,
Patricia
you're
the
like,
Stripper is my favorite.
Oh my God, that was on there. That's a great track. You gotta listen to this record. Man.
Yeah.
My dad
you think-
introduced
I've
me.
heard tracks of it. I don't
Well,
think
because
I've
you
heard the
think
whole thing.
Lady in Red, that's Krista
No.
Berg,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But no,
That
man.
one's not on
Oh,
Like
I
that
get
was
it.
like that's a throwaway radio hit.
I'm very much
Compared
aware
to this shit.
that
Oh,
most
wow.
artists' back catalogs are far more fucking lively than whatever.
I
like
wouldn't
fucking
call this a
original
back.
Genesis?
Yeah, I wouldn't call this a backlog for him
Original
either.
Genesis with Peter
Oh,
Gabriel.
dude, the
And
fucking best.
Dude, it's the trippiest, weirdest.
Oh, yeah.
It's none of
It's
this.
prog folk.
It's fucking
It's
wild,
like it's crazy
man.
shit.
It's wild.
And it's why, like, after the split, I took Gabriel's side.
it's like
he's
Rush with acoustic
it's
guitars,
crazy.
man.
Oh my god, I agree.
It's none of this. I can't.
Yeah,
dance.
that fucking Aries
I
like
can't
yeah. No,
There's none of that.
shit. No,
There's none of that
I
shit.
do like that song.
I mean, it's an okay song.
Yeah.
I mean,
do like that song.
I have to like Phil Collins. It's just, no, I have
Is
to.
your drummer?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just that you have to.
All right. Okay.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
There's like 5 drummers you have to like if you're a drummer. Phil Collins, Ringo Starr, John Bonham.
Okay. That's fair.
Those are at least 3. Yeah.
Well, you just said
Animal.
No, that's just
No,
everyone loves
Animal.
Yeah.
Animal.
Yeah.
You have
You don't
to.
have
if
to.
you're a
He just
drummer.
does. You just do.
You just-
It's not even like a forced thing.
like
just you
breathing.
do. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just a natural thing. It's Animal. I love him.
Yeah. Woman.
Well, now we're talking about animals. Should we wrap this up?
Yeah, probably.
Good idea. All right, let's do this, Aaron. And you out there, what are your thoughts on our fun, distracting discussion?
Yes.
I would like to know because this was a fucked up conversation. But please keep the conversation going with us wherever you're listening to us in the comment section, on our socials. Just wherever you are, find us on the Discord server. All the good stuffs. Let's keep talking about all this good shit. If you like what we're doing, we got ourselves a little Buy Me a Coffee link. You can throw us some money there and help us pay for some bubblies and some studio rent, all that good stuff. And outside of that, if you're feeling not so well in the mental department, we want you to know that you matter, not just to us, but to those who are around you. And it's really important to talk about that shit, especially with the fucked up world we're in today. So if you can't do that with anybody that's in your vicinity, we're going to have some links so you can seek out the help that you might need. But until next time, I've been Harvey.
I'm Dave.
Hey, Dave, I got a joke for you today.
Oh, you did? What is
It's a
it?
joke for Dave.
Okay,
Shut
nice.
up. Don't even listen.
Nobody
Plug
listen.
it.
It's only for
Plug
me.
yours. It's only
The
for Dave.
Dave.
Earmuffs.
Everybody, earmuffs. If you've gotten this far, you can just click away now.
That's right.
What's the difference between a piano, a tuna, and a bottle of glue?
I do not know.
You can tune a piano, but you can't piano a tuna.
That's actually quite good. I like that. That's funny.
And that's what AJ. And you guys got yourselves
Nobody's asking about the glue.
Good play. Okay, what's the glue for?
That's what everyone gets stuck on.
Yeah. There you go. Dad jokes are there. There you go. One for the dads. That was AJ. And you got yourselves sarcastically distracted. Thanks so much for hanging out with us on our fun program. Have yourselves a wonderful night. Peace.
Take care, all.
Bye now.